All right, the time has come. Let's take this sucker out completely and put it together. I've seen people on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on Instagram, putting it together piece by piece. So I'm assuming we can go in order. I have my instructions here, but we'll see. It's been a couple of weeks. I meant to put it together like a couple weeks ago, but yeah, life happens sometimes, and I was just too busy with many other things, both good and bad. So this, according to someone on the internet, is my my another Boker knife. These are the wrenches. Yeah, I guess wrenches is the right word. The tools needed to put this sucker together. Because if you look in here, you put this up for a second. I don't want to. These are the wrenches that you need to put this together. And is this a wrench? It is a wrench. There it is. So you put this in here. Okay. Someone from YouTube was actually useful. Just gonna start unboxing all of this stuff. If you've watched all the videos, which you probably haven't, there's a screwdriver and another Allen wrench. Honestly, I'm not gonna remember how. Oh, it has numbers on there, so I don't have to worry about it. Not that any of this stuff is gonna be. It's just paper boxes, so they're easy to disintegrate too. So, yeah. Let's see. Screws. I'm going to just open the bag and leave it like that because I'm afraid they'll roll around everywhere. Yeah. Oh yeah. These tiniest and very consequential to the actual foldability of this knife. So, what are we looking at here? We're looking at this. None of them have numbers, do they? That's the thing I was kind of worried about. SF01. This SFP's SF01. Is it one of these? It has to be one of these, I'm hoping. Something with a torque wrench on the top, so I'm guessing it's this one. But then what piece is that? So we're on 6 now. Boy, I'm still kind of apprehensive. That's probably part of it too, why I've been waiting. Other things have happened, but also something like this, where these are tiny bearings. You probably can't even see them on camera, but at the tips of my index and middle finger on my left hand are two pieces that are allow for with ball bearings on them, I should say. So that was 6. Let's go to 7. Oh, this is the blade itself. That's good because it's sharp all the way here, and I almost handled it like that. That's fun. It's been a couple of weeks in the real world since I've done this. So if I can put this together, that would be great. In this part, it's not labeled. Terrific. So I'm assuming this goes in here. So yeah, this goes in here, and then let's go to 9. And I think this is the other side, because that would just be very German of them. I have all of my knives, like this and everything. I just got Boker because I liked the design of that one knife, and then I ended up like all of my knives have been Boker just because I like their stuff. There's all these different types of knives. This is the inlay And I'm not sure, that's 10. There's quite a few of these. So they have magnets on them. So I don't know if this goes on the inside or the outside. I think these go here. Yeah. Okay. So like these are inlays on this side. Where was I? 10, 11. Where was that 11 that I just popped? That was 11. Okay, so 12. You can watch me fumble around and put this thing together. I'm excited about it because this is a new knife, and I'm just a knife collector of sorts. Not really. If I have a knife, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna use it. It's not gonna sit somewhere unused, because they're not cheap typically. Like this was $100. This was something that was already taken out because this was not necessarily needed for the knife. So 14. This is an outside part. So like that gets lined up there because all the holes line up. Whether or not that goes in there, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm assuming that's that, but I don't know about this part yet though, because it seems as though there's a hole. So like this goes here and like that goes like that, and then these holes line up, I think. Or maybe not. I thought they did. Maybe that thing actually makes it, because these holes line up just like that. So we'll just keep moving here. That was 14. There's not a huge amount of parts, but enough. This is the other side. Hey, Lady Bear. Can you see her in camera? No, she's just off. But she thinks I'm gonna give her something to TREAT right now, but I'm not. So if you're watching this far, you can yell at your TV or wherever you're watching this from. Hey, lady, you want a drink? I'm not gonna say the word. This is that Boker emblem that's Velcro on one side. So that's 16. 17. Lady, what do you need, mama? She's a little lady bear. She doesn't know. She's like, what you got? Is that something for me? Can I eat it? No, I don't care. 17. 18 is probably the other side. Yep. 18 is the other side. Keeps being like, oh, well, it's this and it's that. This is the other one that kind of confused me. Why are there two clips? I'm guessing you can just choose between the colors. So that was 19, so 20. One of these is that face cover, which is nice, but I'll actually just put that together and use it. Is this because we have, oh, there you go. If you want to follow along, there's a QR code for the instructions. Let's see if those instructions are better than this. Oh, maybe it's a YouTube video. If it is, that'd be great. Oh, it is a YouTube video. Did it just take me to the YouTube page? Because that's unhelpful. Instructions, Booker, Schlagen. I don't know German. I know a German guy, but I don't know. I'm not about to ask him, hey, what's this mean? So that was unhelpful. If you want to watch the QR code, it's just going to take you to their YouTube channel and not the actual instructions, because that would actually be helpful. Where was I? 20, 21. This is the other side of that, whatever that is. You think if I had had this many knives, I would know how to do it. I would know what everything is named. This is the cover, the face cover, so that goes there. 23. We've got most of the pieces together already. And then this is 24 is the other side. So I'm guessing you don't use them all. Maybe they're just inserts. I'm looking at the instructions and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I'm not going to claim to be the smartest guy around, so let's not. You want to watch somebody just scratch their head for a half hour? This is the best YouTube video you could probably ever watch. So, let's put these out on the table somewhere where they won't easily roll away. They will roll, but not away. So this is the first screw, and it goes through like that. Maybe. Hold on a second. I knew this was not going to be something that's very easy to do, but I knew it wasn't going to be hard either. Oh, this goes through this part. Okay, so this initially is just this. Okay, I'm guessing. Maybe that's not the right screw? But it says there's only one of these screws, right? No, there's two. Okay, so maybe that's not the right screw. How come it's kind of wants to go and then it doesn't? Because this goes through here. This is like the pivot point. And then there's a screw. There's I am not good at this. And then there's like the idea of maybe IKEA stuff. I'm not very good at doing either. So there's these short ones and there's 5 of them. So that's how I end up differentiating this stuff. 2, 3. There's 4 of these, 1 of those. There's 5 of these, so that's that one. There's these 3, these things. Maybe if they were like a name. So there's 2 and 1. Which one is it that there's 2? So it's this. I was using the wrong screw. There we go. Ooh. This is not going to be... It's going to be as hard as I thought it was going to be, which is not necessarily hard, but not necessarily easy either. So that part is screwed in now. That's fine. And that. So this and this go together. And now we take our blade and we put in one side going up, one side going down, and we put this in. So that, and then that goes into there, because the outside, so that way it pivots. And then we take this part, and this part lines up with this, so it's keyed, it only goes one way. So these tiny pieces here go here. Okay, this goes into here, right? Okay. So then that. Yeah, okay. So there's two of these. Okay. They go there. We move this back so that this one goes in with the lip like that, because this is the lock. So that goes that way. Okay, so that rolls like that. So basic functional there. Okay. That's tight in there. This bar goes through here. Okay. So that doesn't really get screwed in, it's just wedged in, which is fine. How come that didn't attach? That's concerning. So that way the blade doesn't go any further than that. Okay. So then you put this on. Oop, okay. Then you put this on. And then you take this screw, which is a larger screw, which is only one of and that goes in here. Is that torque? No, that's the wrong one. We move one up. SF01. That's the one with 5, right? No, that's the one with 2. And how come there's only 1? I'm missing a screw? Am I really missing a screw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and then there's a... I really do think I am missing a screw. That's not good. So this one goes in here. Let's... Where? Because there's like, there's a spring. Did I miss that part? The spring goes in there. Duh. I knew I was going to mess up somewhere, but thankfully these are all just screws, so it's not like I glued this stuff together. And it does, some of them do have a Loctite on them, but I'm missing a screw, so screw it, right? It doesn't, it's not like, oh no, I'm built the perfect knife. What I need to do is Instagram them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 of those. When this... There we go. It's friction. That diagram, it does not say, hey, you need to put this in. Whew. Everything fell apart. That's great. That's why there's this indentation, because this spring goes inside of this. So does that screw in maybe? No, it's just friction. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's why it said that. Okay. At least I have the... Okay, Boker, your instructions aren't that good. And when I tried to follow the link, it did not. It just took me to the page. It did not take me to a particular video. And I'm not about to hunt down in all of your videos where your installation is. So just me being completely frustrated with this process. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I was like, well, it won't be that hard, man. It is. For me, at least. Maybe I'm just not built for this type of stuff. Who knows? Why isn't this screw any tighter than what it is? It does not attach to anything. That's as far as it goes, too. Whoa. Oh, my battery went out. Ooh. All right. That has really screwed me up. So let's lift this, put this down, and then wedge that in there. Which, if you're looking to this video to try to figure out how to put this knife together, you're in the wrong place. You are barking up the wrong tree, let me tell you that much. Because I am missing a part already. That's the wrong screw. This is the wrong screw. So maybe I do have the right amount of screws, or maybe I don't. I don't know. Because when I put this in, it does not close, but when I take it out, it closes. So the one thing I don't have, though, right now is, wow, this is the, ooh. I'm trying to do this fast, too, because I'm just trying to get with it. How long have I been doing this? 30 minutes. Whew. I may take a break here in a minute and clear my head, but who knows. It's not too terribly complicated, though. I wish it were. So if you want to do like different inlays or something like that, that's why these pieces are here, I believe. So I just like this, although it doesn't look that nice. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, so I don't have any other screws in there. What I was completely and utterly afraid of has happened. Make sure there's nothing. So I'm missing this screw. I wish I spoke German. I have a friend who speaks German, but I don't want to bother him for this stupid thing. So I am going to put it on Instagram that, hey, nothing will come of this, but at least I have good content for Instagram. That's not going to do anything, but at least I got to say something. Okay. So we're this far, but it doesn't, like, how does it stay that way? Maybe make sure I didn't miss something again. That was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be, but not the end of the world. So these are the inlays that go there. Maybe that's what it, no. Nope, not it. It's like, well, maybe that's what keeps it in there. No. It's a nice looking knife, though. I just wish I had that screw. But the crazy thing is it doesn't... I'm jumping ahead because I'm just trying to think, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong, which I obviously am. But hey, it's 39 minutes into this video. The great thing about this, I won't edit it or anything. I'll just put it out as it is because why not? Nobody watches this. Not even my mom is going to get this far, I don't think. So hi, Mom, just in case. So I put the inlays in. I'm going to put this little piece, SPF, SP, I keep wanting to say SPF, SF01 goes here. And there's 2 of those screws, right? So I'm going to use 2 of the 5. Oh, this, and then this goes on the top of it. This is a overlay, right? So that's if you want to do this one. If you want to do that one, so if you want to do this, the screws, I guess you don't put this inlay in, which I already put the inlay in. But then how does it lock? Maybe that's what that screw is needed for? Because if I look at it, it does not. Man, I don't know. See, I have it. That's obviously bad. See, what you should have to do is go zoom, right? What am I missing? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and put this in and these. It goes in this way, right? Because I kind of, this doesn't look finished. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Am I not focused? There we go. It just doesn't look finished. Maybe there's something you have to do to it. Maybe you sand it manually or something. I'm not above doing that. I have sandpaper and time. But you know, who knows? I put the thing out on Instagram. I'm curious to see if any. I know my answer is going to be not an answer, right? I'm not going to get an answer. I'm not going to be. They're not going to be like, oh, we'll fix it for you now. They won't do that. But at least I can say, hey. You don't need the clip, so you can just go like this. Let me make sure that these are the right screws before we even get any further. That is the wrong screwdriver. This is the right one. Okay, one side does not screw in properly. And the other side maybe does. Okay, let's try this one at least. Will one screw work? It slid into a slot, but it's just spinning. This is not the right screw. There's got to be something I missed. So that screw goes in there, and this, it's definitely not holding together. Look at this. So that's got to be a longer screw, which, am I missing two screws? I'm not talking about here, although you could probably argue. Wow. I'm going to put 50% of the issue me, and the other 50% of the issue the instructions. The instruction. I was starting to go French instead of German. It's German. I have a German friend, and he talks a bit like this. He's not dumb by any stretch of the imagination, obviously, but I would imitate him from time to time, but I'm afraid I'll hurt his feelings. I don't want to do that because he's my friend, like I said. And we don't have a friendship where I can make a joke and he might not get it just because my sense of humor is bad. It's not that he's dumb or anything. He's actually a smart guy. Anyway. See, this screw is long enough. Man, am I missing screws? Because this screw is long enough. There. Okay, well, at least that's somewhat held together. Why is it so bendy? And why doesn't it lock? Maybe it's that screw that needs to be there. Does this screw work? It fits, but it doesn't. Does it have the length to attach? It attached. I mean, it's screwed in. Whatever that means. Maybe this isn't tight enough. That's a possibility. Okay, that helped a bit, but not a lot. Okay. This, I'm definitely not. Okay, now it's tight. Okay. No, wrong one. That, okay. So let's get in there and do a little elbow grease here. Oh, there we go. It wasn't tight enough. So, there we go. It's missing and that's not, maybe it's those screws that it needed. But, well, where did the cover? Oh, this blade's open now. The thing came off, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna call it done. Whether or not it is or not, I'm still, Boker will never answer me, so I'm not worried about, like, harshing Boker's good name. And I bought the stupid thing, it's not like Boker's gonna go out of business because of my YouTube video. This feels okay, but it doesn't feel like, it doesn't lock. It doesn't lock into place either, which is problematic, maybe. But then it should, like, I think this spring is in wrong. But let's call this done, and I'll make a follow-up video when I have a little bit of time to really think about this and think about what I've done. Oh, it came off over here, the knife cover. It doesn't matter. So, Boker knife. Maybe it just needs somebody who knows what they're doing to actually help to put this together. But I think it's okay. Like I said, I like Boker knives. I have a bunch of them, so this is just a cool novelty to have. And I'd put in different colored things on the thing. I didn't even realize it. Okay, we'll end it there. It was a screw up all the way around. Totally my problem, though. So there you go. Okay, here's well, let's do this. Maybe you should actually see my face. I'm not good looking by any stretch of the imagination, but at least see me. Okay. I do think I did. I do think I did. I'm so excited that I got it to work. I got it to work. I am missing that screw, and Boker answered my message. I put it in his story that I'm missing this screw, and I took a picture with an arrow, and they said, "Hey, we're so sorry. Send us your address, and we'll see what we can do." So I was like, oh, okay. So I gave him that information, and we'll see what happens. It's 5 o'clock on Wednesday, the 18th. Yeah, my lights just came on. Yeah. Anyway, this was an adventure. I am not good at this, and if you couldn't tell, I'm not very good at this. I'm not very smart, but I somehow got it together. The absolute hardest part was the lock. Remember, I didn't even put the stupid screw in, or the spring. I forgot the spring, but now you pop it out, and it sits by, so you can do that. I don't know if you should be able to do that though. This is not 100% tight, but when I tightened this screw, which I maybe put the wrong screw in, the knife didn't go in. But I can do this, and it locks, it stays locked. And how you get it to go, there's a lock right here. Autofocus, thank you. And then you can press in and unlock it. So I just put the gold lays in. I wish there was a different color, and I gotta redo these screws. Let me back this one out, because I backed it out. I realized, I was like, it's hitting on something, right? So I backed it out, and boom, I put in, and I backed it out until it wasn't sticking through, and boom, the knife just went in like it was designed to do. Oh, this is incredibly challenging for me. I mean, I've never done anything like this before, but I was able to, and I don't have the right screw now, I guess. Is this the right one? Because it's just the other one's just too long. It's an absolute challenge. It was way more challenging than I thought it would be. I figured it wasn't going to be easy. That's the only screw that fits that one. That's weird. I don't know, maybe I got one screw. I know I got a screw loose up here, obviously, but why isn't it catching? Or why does this one catch? But then this one catches, and if you go tight with it, it goes all the way to the point. See, now it feels right. But then unlock your knife, and oh no, there it goes. Is that right? And this one's loose. Is that the right screw for this? Maybe not. Okay, I thought I was done, but maybe I'm not done. Maybe I'll use this other screw. But the hard part was that a spring. Ooh, that spring. I have been sitting here since I turned the camera off another hour doing that one little piece. Once I figured out, oh, and the first inlay, I put them in backwards. That's why it wouldn't catch. When I put it in the right way, everything lined up, and one of the sides was keyed, and it didn't. There's no words in here. It's a diagram, but if you look really closely, maybe that one had little lines on it or something. Okay, so it can't. There we go. Okay. Now, well, it's not supposed to do that. But it doesn't mention that, because this is the part that's here. It doesn't mention that it's keyed, but if you look at the diagram, no, it's not even keyed. Well, that one looks a little bit, but they're both on the diagram though. It doesn't mention that one side is keyed, and if you do the other side, it won't catch. So, boy, I just like got frustrated, and I just took it all apart, and I was like, let me start from zero. And I just was like, you know what? Let me just flip them. They're supposed to be the same, but maybe they're not, and sure enough, they weren't. That was the first problem. The second problem was that spring. That spring does not catch, and when it does, you have to just hold it there. It doesn't mention that. It would be nice if this directions, actually you went to the thing and it actually took you to the directions instead of just their YouTube page. Now I gotta search their YouTube page. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spend 20 minutes trying to search for this stupid YouTube video, or I could just, I think I figured out this part, but it was way more complicated. This, it feels like a knife now. That's weird, right? Oh. Maybe I don't want these inlays, but now I'm stuck with them, I think. Oh, I can pry them out with another knife. The spring, I'm sorry. I'm just like all over the place right now, because there you go. That's what it's supposed to do. That's called a knife. And when it's done, I hold it, press the lock button to unlock it, because right here it's locked. I'm not gonna press down too hard, but there, it's locked. You can't do anything until you press the thing in, and then it goes in, and it feels like it's magnetized. Feels like it just kind of hits a, but now I'm like, maybe I should put another thing on. But I don't like these. These just don't look, they're rough. Maybe you're supposed to do something to them. I don't know what. Somebody would tell me, I'll give it a try. These are all interchangeable. I just didn't put the little, the belt clip on it because, meh. I was like, at this point, I just want it to be together, which I can still do, but these screws aren't long enough to go through the metal that's here unless it's like, it's recessed. So, man, I knew it wasn't gonna be easy, but I didn't know it was gonna be that hard. Anyway, I've been blah, blah, blahing for too long. The knife works. Ooh, 7 minutes, too long. Ooh. There you go. Up. Press the button. Lock. Down. Doesn't pop open because you're not supposed to. We're done. This was fun. I learned a lot. I learned a whole lot today. We're done. Knife in the books.